Okay, Kathleen and I, we are meeting to do our peer review. I'm going to start off. I know you wanted me to check for whether you used any English structure in your interpretation. So what I did, I looked through it and I pulled all the ASL. Overall, you did a great job. I didn't see cases where you did use any English structure. So I'm just going to pull out a lot of those features that you did do good in ASL. Um, to start off, you had good processing time. You had time enough to hear what the speaker was saying, and that way you had time to analyze it and get the accurate meaning. So good job on that with your processing time. Good ASL structure that you exhibited was at the beginning when they talked about when she introduced herself. Now we're with VOA News, and you signed Now What Health Report. So that's good ASL structure, a good sentence to ASL structure. You also exhibited good fa- sign, facial expression. Sorry, got stuck. You also exhibited good ASL facial expression. When they talked about when they asked about is there a polio virus hiding somewhere in the world, you did start it off with the question mark, and then you signed the statement, and then at the end you had the raised brows like you were posing the question. So you had good ASL facial on that one. One thing that I noticed for scientists, you kind of did actors. I think you kind of had your hands placed kind of wrong, and it looked like you signed actors versus scientists. So that's something I just wanted to bring to your attention. You also exhibited good ASL non-manual markers when they talked about the people with the polio virus normally doesn't die. Instead of signing not, you shook your head and you did not normal. So you're showing us that that usually normally doesn't happen. So that was good. ASL features that you added. It would have been more English to do not. Well, you can do not, but for that special, the features you did good with the head shake during the non-manual. Um, I also like how when they talked about half of the 445 people that died, I like how you did half. But what I would do is just a suggestion. You can do the 445. I wouldn't list that first, and then I would show the half because you did half, and then you finish your statement, and then you said the 445. So just so they'll be clear that you're talking about half of the 445. So I would do 445 first, and then I would show that half. Um, I also see that you did a sign for vaccine. I would spell it first, so that way, because I saw you do it, I knew what you were talking about. But like if you're in a real interpretation, they may think what kind of shot. So I would spell vaccine, and then after I spell it that one time when I introduce it, then you can go ahead and do this, and then just mouth. And I think you mouthed vaccine when you did this. So, but I would spell it first, and then I would continue to use this sign, and then I will kind of mouth it. Um, and also, when they talked about the four nationwide campaigns, I think you kind of missed some information because you did four vaccines, but you didn't do like the nationwide campaign. So I think maybe you kind of missed something on that part towards the end where it was talking about the four nationwide vaccine campaigns. And I saw where you did the four vaccine shots, but they were talking about campaigns. Um, and at the end, I like how you did the U.S. and Germany, how you kind of showed Germany's here and the U.S. there, and I thought that was really neat as well. But overall, like I said, you did a really great job. And that's it on my end. I said that's it on my end. Okay. Uh-uh. Right. Once you set it up. There's no right or no wrong way. Like I said, it just depends on the individual. It just depends on how you set it up. Some would do here, like how you did. There's really no right or wrong. And you can, and it just all depends on the individual. You know, like I said, when it comes to that type of stuff, there's really no right or wrong way to do it. It just depends on how the individual set it up. As long as the meaning is accurate, it just depends on how the individual choose to explain it. Because like with Germany, I just spelled it because like with Africa, I can do the shape and they know that I'm the shape of Africa, but I didn't I didn't do the shape of Germany. So I just spelled Germany and that's how I did it. Yeah. Nationwide, let me mhm. Yeah. Yeah. It's it's the events. Yeah, they were referring to the events rather than the four shots. And so, see, as you see, every depending on the perspective, you see people sign different ways. But I didn't take it to mean that. I took it to mean that they did campaigns. They did like campaigns for nationwide, and that's how I took it. So, do what? They didn't list in the video. They just said they did four nationwide campaigns. Yeah, that's probably a question you can ask Professor Dozick. Something that you might can ask her. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. It's like city, town, city. It can mean city or town. Okay. Okay. Thank you. It's the same. Like somebody can say, "I feel you don't need to do that," or "I feel." It's sort of like "I believe." Instead of me keep saying that believe, I did feel, just to change it up. But it can go either way. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Where at the end, where they said that health workers need to resolve the cases that popped up. Yeah, I perceived it as he was saying that they need to resolve those cases that recently popped up, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. We we have like 10 minutes, and then the screen make only goes to 15 minutes, so it's gonna get ready and end in like 4 seconds.